What's up guys, this is Felipe from the Noob Trader, and in today's video I just wanted to take a quick look at Bitcoin's chart here. So what we're looking at actually is Bitcoin on the daily chart, and I just wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you think that we're potentially forming a really big head and shoulders here on the Bitcoin chart? I've started noticing that we could be going towards that kind of pattern. Um, of course, nothing's confirmed yet, it's still early days, but it is starting to look like a little bit in my eyes that we could be headed towards that direction with that first shoulder here, followed by a second shoulder, followed by the head, and then potentially another shoulder over here, especially where right now, I mean, we had a good bounce today, but if we get rejected at the 200-day or at the 50-day here, kind of in this general range, which has been, you know, kind of acted as support or resistance, especially through this choppy section here at the shoulder here, that maybe we're going to then start heading back towards that previous strong resistance and support line of around 41,000. I'm just wondering if you guys also think that this is a head and shoulders pattern forming. I'll admit firsthand that I'm not necessarily the biggest technical guy. I tend to focus a lot more on fundamentals with everything, whether it's crypto or gold. But I just noticed this pattern the other day, and I'm just wondering if you guys think that something like this is forming on the Bitcoin chart, which obviously would be quite a bearish sign in the short term. If we look at the weekly chart, we can also see, as we zoom in here, we can also see that, yeah, it still also looks a little bit like a head and shoulders is forming here too. So I don't know. Leave a comment and see. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with my take on a head and shoulders forming here. I mean, of course, what we've seen from Bitcoin's history in the past is often when something looks bearish, all of a sudden Bitcoin goes bullish and vice versa, right? So Bitcoin tends to surprise. And I think it's pretty clear just given the super low volume, just the overall sentiment in the market from looking at, messaging boards to the news and all those different things that um, Bitcoin is not the hot thing right now, right? It's really struggling against ETH, and people talking even the narrative about the flippening, that ETH is going to become the #1 currency in the space. Um, so there's not a lot of momentum there. So that could also be another reason why a head and shoulders is really starting to form, right? Ultimately, these technical patterns are just symbolizing kind of or representing um, the general sentiment in the market, right? So, but let's see. We also do have a situation where, it's definitely calming down a little bit here. So maybe we are actually slowly starting to reverse. But I think the key thing that we really want to look for over the coming days to see whether we're going to be bullish or bearish is if we're going to get rejected at this 50-day, 200-day area, this kind of general price range, just about here, or if we're going to soldier through that. I think that's going to really tell us a lot about Bitcoin's price over the coming days and see where we're going to be going in the next few months in terms of Bitcoin. One other thing that I'm also seeing that looks relatively bearish here is that we're really having this kind of concaving curve here where we're not really getting that kind of exponential rally, but everything is just starting to slow down. You really see the momentum slowing down here from a technical standpoint. But again, I could be wrong and something happens and everything flips around. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys agree with me or disagree with me here, I'd be curious to hear your opinions. I'm also really interested in learning from people who watch this video. So anyways, let me know what you think. If you like my take, please consider giving a like too. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.